"You don't look like you ever carried a rifle, old man," the young brute muttered, loud enough for nearby booths to hear. He leaned back, smug grin plastered across his face. His cronies snickered behind him, trading sideways glances as they waited for a reaction. The veteran he mocked sat stiffly in a corner booth, coffee steaming between weathered fingers, eyes flickering only once to that table before returning to the mug. He wore a battered leather jacket with a faded Marine Corps emblem and a cap reading Vietnam Veteran. His shoulders sagged, tired, but his posture remained dignified. "Bet you told stories just so someone's pity would pay your breakfast," the bully continued louder. He pointed a finger at the veteran's chest. "All that war talk. What was your tour? Chair-warming duty back at the base?" Ragged laughter broke out around the diner. Phones paused, people glanced, then looked away. The waitress froze mid-step, milk jug in hand, unsure whether to intervene. The veteran placed his mug down gently, the cup clinking against the saucer. His voice was soft but firm. "Son, you don't know what you talk about. You weren't there." The bully snorted. "I know enough. You're just an old has-been hoping someone listens." He mimicked a limp, his friends jeering. "Walking through no man's land in your stories, huh? You must have had good insurance." The laughter rose, cruel, mocking, echoing past the booths. The veteran remained still, his eyes hardened, but he said nothing. Suddenly the diner's bell rang. It was quiet, but the shift in the air was instantaneous. 5 men entered by the door, tall, upright, close-shaven, their gait confident and coordinated. They paused, took in the scene, and their gaze settled on the veteran's booth. The laughter halted as heads turned. A hush fell. No one in that diner moved. The tallest of the 5 approached the booth, his face calm but intense. "Staff Sergeant Miller?" he asked. The veteran's hand froze mid-lift. He looked up, astonished. "Lieutenant Hayes," he responded, voice shaky. The soldier nodded. "Yes, sir." The other 5 stood behind him like statues. The diner's murmurs died. Salt and pepper shakers sat still. A fork lay abandoned on the floor. "We've been looking for you ever since we got stateside," Hayes said. "You were our backbone in Fallujah. You saved us." One of the Marines stepped forward, voice barely above a whisper but resolute. "Sir, you pulled me through after I was hit. You wouldn't leave me in the field. I'd be dead without you." Another nodded. "You dragged me too, sir, while bullets flew and mortar shells landed." The veteran blinked, overwhelmed. The bully's table whitened. Their earlier bravado evaporated. Hayes slowly turned toward the young men. He spoke deliberately, each word heavy. "You boys got something to say to this man?" The lead bully opened his mouth, but no sound came. His voice trembled, throat tight. The Marine's stare was unflinching. "That man," Hayes continued, gesturing toward the veteran, "led us into hell and never flinched. He carried wounded men on his back under fire. He refused help until everyone made it out. And you sit here mocking him." Another Marine's voice cracked. "You insult one of us. You insult all of us. You don't dare do that." The bully's knees shook. The others looked away, hands to their mouths, eyes darting for escape. They half stood, mumbling apologies. But the veteran raised a hand. The 6 Marines froze. The chatter stopped. The diner held its breath. "Let them stay," the veteran said, voice strong now. "They need to hear this." He faced them, lean frame straightening with conviction. "Respect isn't demanded. You can't press it into someone's hands. It's earned, through sacrifice, through suffering, through the nights you lie awake haunted by ghosts. These men behind me have carried scars you'll never see, and memories you can't imagine. You sit there and mock me, but you mock all of us who never got to grow old." Tears glistened in one waitress's eyes. A regular diner patron stood, saluting faintly. The cook peeked around the kitchen door, mouth open in silent wonder. The veteran's voice cracked but held firm. "I've seen brothers die. I've felt the weight of lives slipping through my hands. I came home with holes in me, some visible, most not. I live with the things I did. You mock me over pancakes." Silence. Then Hayes spoke again, quietly. "Breakfast is on us, sir." Another Marine shook his head. "No, breakfast is on all of us. They pulled chairs, joined him at the table. A Marine slid a crisp bill across to the waitress before she protested. The six surrounded him, protective, reverent, a shield formed from loyalty and gratitude. The bullies rose and slipped out, heads bowed, words swallowed. Life in the diner resumed, but nothing was the same. Strangers offered quiet nods to the old veteran. Some shook his hand. Others mumbled, "Thank you." The aroma of bacon and eggs hung heavy, but even that couldn't mask the weightiness of what had happened. The veteran sat framed by the 5 Marines, no longer alone, unmocked, understood. In that silent moment, respect had been reclaimed. Pride had been restored. A lesson had been taught without punches, without shouting. Sometimes it takes giants to remind us who the real heroes are. And those 6 Marines standing up for their leader turned a mocking moment into a miracle of honor. Before we end this story, let us know in the comments where you're watching from. We'd love to hear. If this story touched you, don't forget to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and let us know how you feel in the comment.